Hi everyone, Frank DeMora here. We're going to get right into some prophecy. I showed you earlier today about a prophecy in Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. I'd like to go there again to give you another illustration on how our generation has fulfilled and is still fulfilling this prophecy. And so what I'd like to do is first of all let you know that if you want all this information with all the links, just go to my site. You'll see it right there, BibleProphecyMan.com, and you'll have access to my documentary book for free, and you'll see how I connect the dots between Bible prophecy and current events. Let me scroll down here. We're going to get right in to Daniel chapter 12, verse 4, and I'll show you what it says first of all, and then I'll bring you to some startling news, especially if you're in a wheelchair. I think you're going to be very interested in this news. And of course, I like to quote what the Lord showed Daniel for the last days, and here I go. It says, But you, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to this time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Now, as I said in my first video, no other generation has ever been able to fulfill this prophecy up until now, and we know that this is for the end times, where people in our generation are traveling back and forth like never done before in the history of man. And obviously you know that men have already walked on the moon and so forth. And people are traveling back and forth in record numbers all over the world now. And many people are being forced to move in different places by all the strange weather that has been taking place over the years. And there's a lot of reasons why people are moving to and fro, but definitely they are doing it in this generation. And of course I want to show you now another example of how our generation has been able to excel exponentially because of the birth of computers. And I want to go to this video right here. I'm going to play this video for you. And if you know anybody in the wheelchair, please send them this link. When you go to my site, you'll see the link. And ask them to watch this, because this is very, very hopeful. And it's going to make a lot of people happy, I'm sure, that are in the wheelchairs.
Yusuf Akturkolu, 28 years old, complete spinal cord injury at T7 level for 5 years. The wheelchair, in reality, is a platform invented about 100 years ago and still being developed. There are many types of wheelchairs, such as very lightweight, fiber wheelchairs, motorized wheelchairs, standing wheelchairs, and the like. However, because they have been developed based on the same platform, they present similar problems. Tech Robotic Mobilization Device is a brand new platform. This new platform has 4 main advantages. One of the main problems of any wheelchair is that it can only be front-mounted. This is a problem because wherever a person is sitting, like on a couch, bed, toilet seat, or in a chair, his front side is always free, and his body is always resting on his back. For this reason, paraplegic people have to lift their body with their arms, turn their body, and throw themselves onto their wheelchairs in order to transfer their body from a bed or a chair. This motion of throwing the body is difficult, dangerous, and almost impossible to do without assistance, especially for older and overweight people. On the other hand, Tech Robotic Mobilization device can be pulled easily by the user, and the user can mount onto the device securely from its back. Mounting and dismounting on the device can be done successfully in a much safer way since the user is doing so while in a seated position. As a mandatory daily exercise, paraplegic...
Well, I'm going to stop it there because I'm going to put the link there and you could watch the whole video. But here's the bottom line. This is just a small example of how our generation is doing things that no other generation would ever been able to do. And this is all because we are in the last days. And the prophecy talked about sealing up the book until the last days. You see it here where God told them, shut up the words and seal the book, even until the time of the end. In other words, Daniel wasn't going to understand it. Nobody was going to understand it until the time of the end. And since we are in the time of the end, it was opened up to us. We understand it. Not only do we understand it, but we are actually seeing it come to pass, where people are traveling back and forth, and the knowledge has been increased.